Hello and welcome to Icelandic Formula Offroad. This time around we are looking at the second half of the Icelandic Cup Series. Tracks 4, 5 and 6 in the Stangarhylur final round of the Cup Series we're going to cover here today. First three track had proven to be quite difficult. The weather was torrential, but it was Guðlaugur Helgason that was leading Andri Jamil and Andri Már. However, Bjartur Eliasson sitting in fourth. If he would finish there with the standings as is, he will clinch the title. Now, fourth track of the day, this is Magnus Finnbjörnsson. Tricky track here. Go back, down, get it turned, picking up penalty points all over here, Magnus. And now for a climb. That's only 184 length, so we're only halfway through the track there essentially. 140 penalty points. So only 40 penalty points actually for the Green Thunder. This is Andri Már Sveinsson fighting for the cup. Has such a different driving style to everybody else. Very much on-off, on the throttle, allowing the cowboy to swing around in the tighter bits. Goes for it here. Nicely through the first bit, but you can see the gate there up top that he needs to reach. The cowboy not going any further this time around. 230 for length and 60 penalty points. He sees the final gate. So close, yet so far. Valdenpout, the rock. And the rock rolls down. 210 for length, 100 penalty points. Now this is Jón Reynir Andrésson. Oh, gets thrown up there on an interesting line. Thunderbolt takes a bit of a beating there in the landing. But they drive away. Now the newly crowned Icelandic champion Ingvar Jóhannesson in the Viking. Nicely done here through the first bit. No penalty points, but will he need to reverse here? No, he doesn't. Decides to try and edge it, but that might be too close. Takes the marker there. 40 penalty points for that, but then he goes for the final gate, almost all the way there. Got knocked a bit, but he's still trying, but he's not going. 230 for length, 40 penalty points for the Viking. Next up, Guðlaugur Helgason. Leading at this stage of the competition. Has yet to pick up a win in the newly built Olsen. Going for it here. Oh, doesn't quite find gear there or suspension failure. No, he reverses, but he went through the gate. That's not going to count. But he's going all the way, showing everybody that it's passable. But because he already crossed the gate and then he reverses through it, that is not allowed. So he's essentially out of bounds as soon as that happens, or has abandoned the try. So he doesn't get the full points. Now Skúli Kristjánsson driving Snow White, 160 points for him. This is Bjartur Eliasson, the other Olsen. The first Olsen has already showed that this is doable. Bjartur do the same. Gunning for it here. Oh, gets thrown up well there, but he manages to land it and stick it. Should be able to go all the way here. No, he doesn't. He was just missing 1 kilometer per hour more. Look at that. Look at the way it sticks the landing. And then just climbing through the final gate, but it's just on its belly, and he can't believe it. but no penalty points. So strong run there. 20 penalty points there for Thormar. Thor's season been up and down, but does he go up here? Ooh, big jump, but doesn't quite stick the landing. And that's Thor trying again with another big jump. But like before, he reversed through the gate, so the course officials just not managing to get the red flags out in time. Now this is Árni Sveinsson, too insane. Doesn't sound quite healthy there. And there we see his son, Snorri Aldarsson, multiple Icelandic champion. Now Andri Jamil. He's fighting for the lead here. Had a very, very strong day so far. And even the car is clean. Going for it. Going for it. Does he go all the way? It's the same result as the Olsen. 250 for length, 80 penalty points. Now Ingimar Björnsson in the bomb. Doesn't go further. 220 for length, 20 penalty points. Now Gunnar Valgeirsson in the Joker. A roll there for Gunnar. Gets 220 for length and 40 penalty points. Now Jónur, what a day he's been having so far. The big climb. Big jump here. Going for it. Oh, that's a failure. That is the transmission in the Outlaw. Let's see it from the side. Transmission not there anymore. Now Kolbeinn Finnsson in the Fox. His first race. He's been racing snowmobiles and motorcycles and other things that require a motor. Going for it. Oh! The rear end pushed in there. It's quite interesting to see. Not often that we see a roll, and it's as obvious how the rear end is still moving towards the hill, while the front end is essentially searching for the center of the earth. Jón Gísli here with 210 for length, 200 penalty points. So here's the standings after the fourth track of the day. Guðlaugur Helgason with a 10-point lead over Bjartur Eliasson, who would now be taking the cup victory. Andri Jamil and Andri Már equal in third place, along with a couple of others. And then we move into the fifth track of the day. Baldvin Páll Tómasson in the rock. Tricky track this one looks. The rock not going far. Will Thunderbolt go further? Go for it there, but that is not the correct gate. The cars need to be going to the right there, not the left. Let's see if Ingvar will show us the correct route. Done, nicely done. That needs to go to the right here, and there is the gate. There we go. Ingvar Jónsson going all the way, 350 for length and 60 penalty points. see here on the left, even though he touches them, there's no penalty for that because that is for another track. Now Guðlaugur Helgason leading this point. Can he continue to do so? Just to get up here. So get him moved to the right here, where the next gate is. Does that well, goes all the way, 350 for length, 90 penalty points, 260, so that should keep him in the lead for the final track of the day. Now Skúli Kristjánsson really showing us how much the cars have evolved. Skúli, known as one of the best drivers in Formula Offroad, but in this older machinery, struggling a lot. Snow White built in 1997, so probably a bit older than a few of our viewers. Now Björn Þór Eliasson up to second place there. The Olsens running well up top. Big run there, and that is a complete failure. Only 180 points, and that's definitely going to cost him second place here. Bachelor next up. Not going any further, it seems. Needs to reverse through that gate, but he's still trying. Does not change anything really. 190 for length, 80 penalty points. Now Þórðar Pálsson. Nicely done there by Þórðar. Through the second gate. Yes, he does. 350 for length, 40 penalty points. And a solid 1,000 after 5 tracks. Now Árni Sveinsson in 2 Insane. Needs a lot of commitment, so we're seeing a lot of the newer drivers and the ones that are not fighting up top struggling. Here is Andri Jamil. Always have the feeling that the Raptors should be fighting for victories in every race, but it seems to be so up and down. 350 for lane, 40 penalty points for the Raptor. Now Ingimar Björnsson in the bomb. His day started badly, but can he pull in some solid points here in the latter courses? Taking a very slow approach to all this. Going for it here. We can see how dug out this track is becoming. It's completely changed, but Ingimar goes through the major obstacles and ends up with 270 points. Now we have Kolbeinn Þór Finnsson. It's getting tougher and tougher to get up here. Fox gets thrown away there. You can see from here how dug out this is becoming. Is this potentially becoming a bit impassable? Let's see. Next up, Magnus Finnbjörnsson. Going forward here. Very similar result. So this is proving very difficult to reverses and ends up rolling there. Now Andri Már Sveinsson needs so much to go all the way here. Nicely done there. Only 20 penalty points there in the first gate. Everybody else has 40. Andre trying to stay in the fight for the cup title. Gets through. Gets up. Is through. All the way for the Cowboy with only 20 penalty points. And that is really putting Andre in a position where he could clinch the cup title. There's going to be 4 cars fighting for it as we go into the final track. Look at this. Nicely done. Manages to rack up 20 penalty points less than anybody else through that first bit. Just has to go for it and trust that the Cowboy will lead him to the top. I think he'd be happy. There's a good reason for it. He's now only 10 points behind Guðlaugur Helgason. Andri Jamel in third with Ingvar Jónsson fourth. Bjartur Eliasson fifth, and is still winning the cup title if this ends like the current standings. Thor Thorman is sixth, but the 4 drivers there, they can actually clinch the cup title. Now Skúli Kristjánsson for the final track of the day. 90 points for Snow White. Now Bjartur Eliasson going for it. Could be in for victory here. Through the first gate, needs to go back down. It's a pretty simple track here, and you have a lot of space to be able to do a good run up for the final climb of the season. Oh, look at that, going up almost all the way. The rear wheel went through, but 300 points for length there, 20 penalty points, so 280 for the Olsen driver. Is he going to be clinching the win here with that? Now Ólafur Björnsson in the Bachelor. That's 70 points for length and 90 penalty points. We don't give Magnus is below 0 here, so 0 points for the final track. Now Thor Þormar Pálsson, he's still in the hunt for victory here in the cup. He needs to go all the way, rack up as few penalty points as he possibly can. Goes early so he can lay down a marker, but he's already seen Bjartur. Trying to clean off his visor there before the big climb. And now he goes for it. Thor Þormar for the final bit. What a jump! What a... Oh, and a massive, massive roll for Thor Þormar. Indicates that he's fine. But that's not going to be the cup title for Thor. Next up, Árni Sveinsson through the first part here, coming up to the final climb. Parks it for 210 points, 20 penalty points. So 190 total now. Andri Jamel, he's fighting for victory here in Stangarhylur. No penalty points in the first part of the course. The long way around here, get it turned and set up for this climb. It's a bit of a different route here, but it doesn't quite work. A bit of hesitation there on the throttle, and Andri Jamel 240 for length. Now Ingimar. Tighter line. Maybe a bit late on throttle here, but let's see if it's enough. Big jump, big roll. The bomb rolling down. 240 total. Now, Jón Örn Ingileson. 230 for length, no penalty points for the Outlaw. Now, Kolbeinn Þór Finnsson. $200 for length, 20 penalty points for the Fox. Next up, Magnus Finnbjörnsson. Somebody gonna try to go all the way here. Not Magnus at least. Travis is parking. Let's remember this is the last track of the season. Now we are with Andri Már in the Cowboy. 10 points off the leader before this track. No penalty points so far. Going for it here in the Cowboy. Goes quite far up. But not quite far enough, but that's 240 points. No penalty points, which means that he is now 230 points ahead of Guðlaugur. Now Jón Reynir Andersson in Thunderbolt. Only 200 points for length and 40 penalty points. Now Ingvar Jóhannesson. With a chance of victory here if he goes all the way. Looks like he's lining up for something big here. Takes the slope there on the right and ends his championship winning season with a roll. Guðlaugur Helgason, can he take the victory? He's been leading all day. Andri Már now 220 points ahead of him. But Guðlaugur already picked up 20 penalty points. He must go higher here. What does the Olsen driver do? Going for it. Gunning for it. Doesn't quite go. Ends up with a roll. That's 230 points. Minus 20, 210. And that means that the Cowboy takes the victory in Stangarhylur. Andri Már, the 2024 Icelandic Formula Offroad Cup winner. His first win. And here we see it. Andri Már Sveinsson wins the cup on equal points with Bjartur Eliasson, but Ingvar Jónsson in third, Þór Þormar Pálsson fourth, and Andri Jamil in fifth. Now that's it for the 2024 Formula Offroad season. Thank you for following us all year, and until next time, thanks and goodbye.